How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Real Night. Today we're diving back into Dexter season number 7, episode number 11. Realizations are happening left and right. We kind of took care of that fire, the Phantom, as they called him, pretty quickly. One episode. Now we're just straight up dealing with Hannah, Dexter, and Deb, that dynamic, and LaGuerta kind of finding out about Dexter and what that might mean going forward. The theory I proposed last episode in the closing thoughts was that Dexter might end this season off having to flee, Argentina, that type of deal with Hannah, because Deb is trying to take Hannah down. LaGuerta is trying to take Dexter down, or she's investigating Dexter. Rightly so, she has all the evidence there. So this might end in a scenario where Dexter has to go on the run, and I'm down for that. I'm looking forward to some consequences, going forward. That would be a good, strong writing choice, I think. So let's roll it.
I've never thought about the future.
Christmas reference video?
About growing old.
Whoa, he does look a little bit older there. Gray hair. He did think about the future a little bit, I think. Maybe last season or the season before.
They say old age is like a second childhood. I barely made it through my first childhood. I guess no one makes it through the second. Sure has never been kind to people like me.
Look at them. Nice old killer couple. She looks pretty young, though. Dexter's the only one that looks kind of old here.
Or their loved ones.
She does have a little bit of the crow's feet right there, but...
Bye, Harrison. But suddenly my future seems very possible. And growing old is not only a possibility, it seems appealing.
I'm happy for him, but with this show, happiness does not last too long.
Hector Estrada.
Wait, what?
Is having a parole hearing.
Hector Estrada.
Remember I told you about my mother and how she died? He was the leader. He gave the order.
What about the others?
Jimenez is gone.
Estrada is the last survivor.
Maybe it's the universe giving you a Christmas present.
No one but you would see it that way.
I think the title is tying into Christmas. Do you see what I see? I guess talking about her as well.
I found Arlene's shrimp.
Oh, fucking amazing.
Drug abuse.
Good to know.
Will she remember?
Matthews made his choices. Now he spends Christmas alone with his boat. How close was I to the same fate?
The questioning begins.
Sid.
Did Matthews pull strings to get Hector off?
The Bay Harbor butcher. She thinks it might be you.
Me?
I know. Personally, I think she's had one too many mosquitos, or whatever they call that goddamn drink.
Mojitos? Mosquitoes?
I mean, your brother went through the same thing you did, and look what happened to him. Of course, your brother wasn't a butcher. That cabin where Dokes died.
Bringing it all up.
To a man named Jimenez. He's one of the men who killed your mother. What are the odds?
He's interrogating me. Something happened that I've never told anyone about.
What?
I saw Dokes on his boat.
His boat?
Figured he used it to dispose of his victims.
Is he gonna try to forge some kind of thing? Some kind of record? He knows Dexter's lying to him, though.
Forward.
Because I didn't know what he'd do to me, or my sister.
Dokes was a pretty guy. I can imagine how scared you must have been.
I've given them a boat to search for. Now I just have to make sure there's something for them to find.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we had to think of the moment, but still.
Want to keep looking forward,
That's kind of why I'm here, Arlene. To keep you looking forward.
She wants you to look back.
I'm after Hannah McKay. She was your roommate at the time of the murder. And I know it was her idea, but you had some part in it. You either helped or you kept quiet.
I have some time to think about this.
Play with your kids. Because depending on what you decide, you might not get to do that for a really long time.
Harsh, Deb. It's harsh. Deb is definitely very emotional about this.
McWord is still looking into the Bay Harbor butcher.
Shit.
Cut you out, Deb, because you were trying to put the brakes on it.
I need to put them off this once and for all. It'll mean planting evidence.
Now, were you a good boy? My girl. So, what do you want?
Fuck it, it's too risky for you. I'll do it.
Maybe that was his plan.
Cheese, everyone!
So wild. Jamie's the main one on the ground, doing all this stuff, and she's almost never in the pictures,
I think you're letting whatever you had going with Dokes make you blind to his guilt.
Okay, so he bought it. I think the more resistance she gets, I think the more it's going to make her want to pursue this.
I told anyone I saw you poison that man.
How could that stanky detective could know about it?
Must have been my dad.
I already do that.
And she looks on the verge of relapse. Smoking the cigarettes like it's drinking water.
Hands on us and I shut him down for good. You backed me up. Always stuck together.
Yeah, it was accurate.
You just have to stay strong, okay?
This one looks like Dokes.
Did you have to get the biggest tree on the lot?
Well, anything smaller than this looks like a Charlie Brown tree.
Yeah, I got the Christmas vibe. Because, like, do you see what I see? It's like a Christmas Carol.
A star, dancing in the night.
Oh, man. I just wonder what the fallout's going to be for Deb if Dexter has to go on the run. Like, she might lose her job because she was complicit in some of the stuff. Oh, she's following Maria. Oh. She's planting evidence at Maria's house. That's crazy. I guess that would be the place. Because if something just turns up in evidence at the station, then it would be suspicious. I wonder who took over the club.
Dokes probably scrapped his boat once we were closing in on him.
Did Dexter plant the stuff in here, or was this all Deb?
A private forensics team of yours.
Yeah, what about him?
Get him out here.
The blood's too degraded to analyze, but we found one print on the hilt. It's a match for James Dokes.
It's all too quick, all too neat.
This evidence could have been planted. Dexter.
She's right on the money, but, like, she does not look very sane.
Why can't you let this go?
I guess because I feel I owe it to James to clear his name. Because he was innocent.
You're not an investigator, Maria.
Yeah, she's been doing a good job. No.
I'm done here. 40-year pay scale on my pension.
Don't worry, you'll get what's coming to you.
What does she mean by that? I don't think Maria's going to give up, though.
What the hell are you doing here?
No, she's going to ask her to lay off.
I'm not here to fight with you or trade insults.
That's a good thing, because you probably wouldn't last one round.
Yeah, she's pretty creative.
Fuck me sideways, listen to this.
Oh, sweet Mary, mother of fuck. Holy Jesus on a stick. Shitty brick and fuck me with it. Jesus on a spike, get me out of here. Shit on my face.
I got a steaming heap of crap all on this case. I've gone through every scum-sucking ball sack of a pimp I know, every whacked-out hooker. You are my last-ditch ass fuck effort.
I think you might have broken a commandment somewhere in there.
To talk to you about Dexter. Dexter is happy. I think for the first time in a really long time, he's actually looking forward to the future.
I get where Deb's coming from with this, too, though. Really hit her hard because, like, they've been together their whole life. Not in that way, but, like, they've been close.
I'm not gonna give up until your murdering ass is behind bars for good. That's how we're gonna work out our issues.
Yeah, the double standard there. Dexter's far more prolific than she is of a killer. That's how you know that it's completely personal. Like, there's no real justice going on here. It's just Deb's personal feelings clouding her judgment in a way.
I should never have even entertained Maria's crazy theory about you being the Bay Harbor butcher.
Way to solidify it. I don't think she's accepted it.
You won't have to worry about LaGuerta anymore.
Christmas just got a lot less merry for Hector Estrada. My late lamented dark passenger would be very...
On to the next kill. That's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
I just went to see Matthews again. They're calling off the investigation.
I wonder if that was all Deb, or if Dexter had a little bit of a hand in that. Because he was looking at the boathouse, so I assume the boathouse was Dexter and the planting was Deb.
Man, you're a legend. Anyway, I've been trying to find a way into the Hispanic market. Here you are. It's Kismet.
Kiss who?
Kiss who?
If you're interested, maybe we can work something out.
First, let me hear you say kiss who. Where and when?
35 Quayside Road, tonight.
Yep.
Dex, it's Angel.
Deb was at St. Joseph's in Hialeah. She's been in a car accident.
What? Oh, is it the pills? Dang. She was just taking way more than 2, I assume.
How is she?
She's fine. But the doctor said there was a lot of that in her system. Almost 3 times the normal dose.
6 pills.
Arlene must have called her after I left her house.
Hannah was at your house yesterday.
Yes.
The doctor said that it's possible the drug is built up in your system.
I took 1. That drug has a short half-life,
I think she's taking more than that. I don't know.
making it look like I accidentally took too much of a prescription that I have. I went for a run. Maybe she broke in after I left or something.
I don't know. Deb has been down on those pills, so I don't know.
So you took one, then you lost track, you took another. And another, it's possible. It happens. You have to admit that, right?
There would have to be 6, if it's 3 times, because the dosage is 2.
Who cares?
Hannah wouldn't do that to Deborah. Would she? I make my living at crime scenes, proving what happened.
Back to the old Deborah mess. Place was a little bit too clean. I wonder if you could test that.
Is this proof that Hannah was here?
Blonde hair.
Did she break in?
Potentially.
The drug works quickly. Deb would have passed out minutes after ingesting it.
Sorry for your loss.
No, my sister's doing fine.
Can't say the same thing for this poor baby.
The BMW. Unfortunate. It's been there since day 1. And it's a convertible, too. If she was upside down, she is lucky to be alive. Doesn't look like a stick shift, though.
I'll see what the lab has to say about what's in this bottle. Hannah didn't poison Deborah. All I want for Christmas is for that to be true.
I mean, yeah, they're doing that to each other. I mean, Dexter killed her dad. If she poisoned her sister just so they could be together. Such a toxic spawning of a relationship there.
I'm enjoying the restaurant, even with all the headaches. You open up, you feed people. You open up people, you clean up, and you go home. That's it.
Jesus, what if Angel is the real Bay Harbor butcher?
Are you fucking kidding me, Maria?
You ever think about what's next?
I've been looking back a little too. Wondering about some choices I've made.
Are you talking about me?
Talking about Dokes.
Us? Are you wishing that it would have worked out? Is that...
No.
I think that's what Angel's thinking about, but yeah.
Okay, just checking.
I hope we can get out of this peacefully.
How's Deborah?
Yeah, how's she doing?
She's fine. She should be out tomorrow.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Look at her. So beautiful. But can you ever fully trust a poisoner?
Yeah. Giving food to your child.
Christmas is a time of expectation. If you're good, a red-suited fat man will break into your house and leave you presents. But Santa Claus doesn't exist. The most wonderful time of the year celebrates a lie.
Humbug.
I mean, that's not what the holiday's about. But, okay. I mean, yeah, like, in secular society, sure. And I mean, it's not even necessarily about Christ, as, the Christian religion would have it. It was originally a pagan holiday. Which, I mean, is originally just an excuse for people to celebrate and have a good time.
Here we are, Christmas Eve together. Place I never thought I'd be with anyone. All the men that I've been with, there was a lot of running away.
Even her husband? Like her first husband? Maybe emotionally running away.
Stay with me tonight.
No, I can't. I have somewhere to be.
He has a date with
Estrada. I know he's somebody that you've wanted for a long time.
Someone I thought I'd never get.
Crazy how she can just accept him like that. And if the situation were different, I would be all for it.
She was hoping Arlene would give her a statement that would let her arrest you.
Did he get the report back?
Do you think that I had something to do with Deborah's accident?
Did you? I know you will always do whatever it takes to protect yourself.
That does not include trying to poison your sister. I was nervous about what she could do to me, but then I went to see her, and she's not a threat to me.
But Deb is.
And her motivations, too. It's like, she always wants that happy ending, that picture-perfect life. How much would she do to secure that?
What happens next week when Deb has a heart attack?
Do you hear yourself?
If anything ever happens to Deb, I'm gonna wonder if you had something to do.
Their first fight.
If I had poisoned Deborah, then she would be dead. And if you know me the way that you say that you do, then you know that that's true. I think you need to figure out what it is that you want.
Interesting with the music here. Kind of a combination of the blood theme and maybe her theme. I'm not sure what her theme is this season. Maybe the strings? So we're getting some strings there with the blood theme. Oh, is this the,
The fuck is this?
Is this the original container? It's gonna make this a little bit harder.
Santos Jimenez, you remember him? He testified against you. I cut him into 6 roughly equal pieces with a chainsaw, just like he did my mother.
Holy fuck, you're Dickie Moser.
Dexter,
Moser.
Dickie Moser.
Dexter.
Dickie.
I was 3 years old when you left me in that container. Who am I gonna be when you're dead?
Still some fucking freak, probably.
We'll see.
This is a Christmas present for him.
You're working with her, aren't you? Fucking cop bitch. The one who got me out. Oh, yeah.
Oh, is this Deb?
A big push for my release from the captain of Miami Metro.
Or was this LaGuerta trying to push Dexter to do it?
She fucking set me up.
Oh my goodness, what a masterstroke. Playing the game, just like she always does.
We lost him until we heard the gunshot. That's when we called you.
Anything else since?
Oh, man.
Show me
Oh
where.
my goodness. He's lucky he got wind of that. He's lucky that this guy spoke, you know? I mean, that's confirmation enough, honestly. She knows she has her man.
It wasn't the universe giving me a gift. It was LaGuerta.
She is a mastermind, it seems like. When something that is so personal to her, he'll use everything at her disposal.
Dexter, it's Sergio. You told me to call you when I ran that water you brought in. I know it's early.
Yeah, it's okay. What'd you find?
Christmas Day.
Phenylprazolam. That's an anti-anxiety drug. Someone must have really wanted to knock themselves out. But this time of year, who can blame them?
Hannah is good at playing that victim.
Hannah dissolved the pills into Deb's water so that she'd pass out behind the wheel. A problem in Hannah's life solved.
Mm-hmm. Do whatever it takes to get there.
It's not the future I had wanted with Hannah, but maybe it's what I deserve.
And nice, including in that shot, the plant that she gave him, the blood spatter plant.
I have something for you. It's Sal Price's pen.
Yep, I knew it was the pen.
Find traces of aconite on the end.
So that's how she did it. Can't believe you're gonna turn her in.
As long as she's free, you're not safe.
He's chosen Deb, it seems like. I love that in the past couple of episodes, they've been drawing back, you know, beginning and end, they've been drawing back in comparison with the shots and stuff like that. So that's kind of the shot we started off on. Looking forward to the future.
Hannah.
You have to kiss me or it's bad luck.
Mistletoe.
What's the matter?
I'm sorry.
Hannah McKay, you're under arrest for the murder of Sal Price.
And she knows. Will she turn on him? I don't know. Wayne Randall was the one that had the track record of keeping his mouth shut. But yeah, I think he's done no matter what, because LaGuerta's on the case. She could have Hannah McKay testify now.
All you can ever believe in is now. This moment. Because in a blink, everything can change.
And I feel like it will next episode. That was a pretty good episode. This season, second half, is really not missing at all. You know, I think things are going pretty quick, but at the same time, it's like we're hitting on all these story points. And some of it is, you know, rather predictable. I never really trusted Hannah to a certain extent. I knew that, you know, she is the type that she's very good at the job that she's doing. And as the actress playing Hannah, it's interesting, and it's probably pretty easy because she can just be like, oh yeah, like I didn't do this, you know. But in Hannah's scenario, like the ability to play up being innocent in this case is kind of crazy. But I'm pretty sure that her motivation is that Argentina scenario. Like, she's trying to do everything that she can to make this the picture perfect life that she's always wanted, the life that she could never have growing up with her father, as we saw, the life that she could never have in that like halfway house. You know, she's never really been in a scenario where she's been completely safe from day one. So trying to manipulate scenarios so that everyone in her life feels comfortable, but it's all facilitated by her, this like lie that's the life that she wants. Like I mentioned during the reaction, I think if the circumstances were different, I would be, fine with Hannah. I have nothing against her, and I have nothing against the concept of like a new character coming in and Dexter, falling in love with that character. Even in this situation, if they hadn't have pitted Deb against Hannah in the way that they did, of course it would have negated a plot point for this season, and it would have been less of a sort of roller coaster ride to the end here. But Dexter, he keeps trying. I mean, you got to give him that. Like, even if he is just falling into this stuff emotionally, like, he is trying. He is like open to all these things. Like, he wants that to be real. It's almost like he and Hannah kind of share that perspective in a way. They just can't grasp onto it. And she said it here, we could have had it all, but it would have been a lie. It would have just been them facilitating it around one another, because Dexter did it with her father. He killed her father, albeit her father had malicious intent, but Deb also had somewhat malicious intent against Hannah. So it's like they're one and the same, circling each other. It's just that they can't have anybody around them if they're going to be in this relationship. Like, it just has to be them, because everyone around them is in danger. Kind of to keep them together, everyone around them just can't exist, because they're always going to be perpetually in danger. The only safe people are going to be Hannah and Dexter.
You should have killed me.
I assume she'll probably testify against him. I don't know. I really don't. She might not, but it doesn't really matter, because La Guerta, she has somewhat of a confirmation that it is Dexter now. Like, the whole room was set up. Everything that she set up to happen happened. Dexter was at the place. She knows it. So it's just a matter of now catching him in the act, or in a lie, or with evidence that she can. But the interesting thing, though, is that now Dexter knows that she's after him, so he'll be on his P's and Q's, maybe. Saying that he's Dexter Mostert, there's probably a little bit more to that in a way. He's not Dexter Morgan. What I was thinking was that the season would end off with Dexter and Hannah taking off, having to be on the run, and that would lead into a season 8, but we're not on that. It's just looking like it might just be Dexter having to leave. I mean, I feel sorry for Harrison in all this. Not to say, though, that it might not affect him extremely heavily. I'm not going to, judge that situation completely, because we don't have, a full, complete view on the relationship that Dexter and his son have, but that's just how it's seeming to me. Let me know what you guys think.